What if I told you that you could reshape your entire body without moving a muscle? Sounds crazy, right? But give me just a few minutes, and I'll show you that it's absolutely possible. Today, I'll walk you through 6 powerful isometric exercises that can transform your body from head to toe. You won't need equipment or hours in the gym. Just follow the instructions and hold specific positions for a few seconds. Now, I won't lie. Those seconds might feel longer than expected, but I promise, the benefits are real and worth it. And here's the best part. These exercises can be done anywhere, by anyone, regardless of age or fitness level. Whether you're in your 30s, 60s, or even 80s, these movements are designed to boost your physical conditioning safely and effectively. Before we begin, drop your name and the city you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to see where our community is tuning in from. Let's start with exercise 6, the hollow body hold. This move is a closely guarded secret used by elite athletes, especially Olympic gymnasts with abs that look carved from stone. One of the reasons their bodies are so well defined is because of this very position. It works the entire front side of your body, your core, hip flexors, rectus femoris, and even the small stabilizing muscles near the shoulder blades. The amazing part about the hollow body hold isn't just the muscle strength, it's the body control. It teaches your core how to stay tight and stable during any other exercise. That means your spine gets stronger and safer, making your workouts more effective and injury-proof. Think of it as building a hidden suit of armor around your spine. A close friend of mine used to suffer from chronic back pain. He tried everything, chiropractors, massages, stretching routines, but nothing offered lasting relief. Then, I introduced him to the hollow body hold. Within 2 weeks, his pain began to fade. After 1 month, it had almost completely vanished. Why? Because this movement activates deep stabilizing muscles that typically stay weak due to our modern sedentary lifestyle. By strengthening these dormant muscles, you're rebalancing the entire body and restoring natural alignment between different muscle chains. It's like reversing years of muscular neglect with just one exercise. Now, here's how to perform it correctly. Lie flat on your back with your arms stretched overhead. Keep your legs straight and together. Now lift your arms, shoulders, head, and legs just a few inches off the ground, all at once. The most important part is pressing your lower back firmly into the floor. Try to eliminate any space under your lumbar spine. Flatten it like you're trying to glue your back to the ground. This position will light up your core. You'll know you're doing it right when you feel a burning sensation, especially in the lower abs, and when your back stays completely flat with zero arch. Avoid the 2 most common mistakes, arching your back or raising your legs too high. You're not doing leg raises here. You're creating maximum isometric tension. To begin, try 3 sets of 20 seconds, resting 1 to 2 minutes in between. As your strength improves, increase the duration to 45 seconds per set. Next, exercise 5, hanging from a pull-up bar. You might be thinking, wait, just hanging? That's too easy. But don't be fooled. This is one of the most underrated and effective exercises out there. When you hang from a bar, your entire upper posterior chain gets activated. From your fingertips to your forearms, biceps, shoulders, lats, and scapular stabilizers, everything is working hard. This simple position can work miracles for people with shoulder tension or spinal compression. Many of us spend hours hunched over laptops or phones with our shoulders rolled forward. Hanging from a bar helps counteract this modern posture, naturally pulling your shoulders back and decompressing your spine. In fact, in places like China, hanging from bars is part of traditional medicine. It's called Jia Jiao, which literally translates to hanging to heal. It's common in Chinese parks to see people of all ages doing this daily. Modern science is finally catching up, showing that passive hanging can cause spinal decompression, meaning gravity gently pulls space between your vertebrae, which get compressed throughout the day. It's like letting your spine breathe. Some studies even suggest that daily hanging can temporarily increase your height by up to 3 centimeters. That's how much pressure we put on our spines every single day. But that's not all. This move also trains grip strength, which most people overlook. In today's digital age, hardly anyone climbs, lifts, or pulls anymore, and our grip strength is suffering for it. But here's why it matters. Medical research now shows that grip strength is one of the strongest indicators of overall health and even lifespan. People with strong grips tend to live longer and have better quality of life. So, even if you never lift weights, improving your grip could be one of the smartest things you do for your long-term health. To do it properly, grab a sturdy pull-up bar with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width, palms facing forward. Here's a little-known secret. Don't just hang loosely. Engage your shoulders by slightly pulling them down and away from your ears, almost like you're trying to tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. This small adjustment activates your stabilizer muscles and adds control. Keep your core tight, legs still, and breathe deeply as you hang. Start with short sets, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, and work your way up. Over time, your posture will improve, your shoulders will open up, and your spine will thank you. Keep your core engaged and breathe normally. This is crucial. One of the most common mistakes people make while hanging is simply letting their body dangle, placing all the stress on their shoulder joints. Not only does this reduce the benefits of the exercise, but it also increases the risk of long-term injuries. Another frequent error is holding your breath. Instead, breathe in a calm and steady rhythm throughout the movement. If you're a beginner, aim for 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds. If that feels like too much, no worries. Start with 10 seconds and gradually increase as your strength improves. For advanced individuals, try pushing to 3 sets of 60 seconds or more. Now, let's move on to exercise 4, the wall sit. Want strong, toned legs without any fancy equipment? This is the perfect solution. The wall sit is an incredibly effective isometric exercise that targets your quadriceps, glutes, and core, while also building serious muscular endurance. Think of it as laying the foundation of strength for your entire body. Since there's no movement involved, it places very little stress on your joints, making it ideal for people with knee problems who can't perform traditional squats. What's even more fascinating is that this exercise has roots in ancient yoga, where it's known as Utkatasana, or chair pose. For thousands of years, yogis have used this posture not only to build strength, but also to train the mind. The wall sit forces you to confront discomfort, especially when held for longer durations. That's where the mental training kicks in. Learning to breathe through the discomfort during a 2-minute wall sit is a form of active meditation. It teaches you to separate physical stress from emotional response, a skill that carries over to daily life. From tough meetings to stressful moments, this mental discipline can help you stay calm and focused. On the physiological side, wall sits have a unique effect on blood circulation. Since you're holding your muscles in a contracted state, blood flow becomes restricted, what scientists call partial occlusion. While this might sound like a bad thing, it's actually beneficial. When you finally release the position, your muscles receive a rush of oxygen-rich blood, stimulating recovery and even muscle growth. Similar to advanced techniques like occlusion training, wall sits are also highly efficient. EMG studies reveal that they activate up to 85% of quadriceps muscle fibers, which is huge considering there's no added weight or motion. For comparison, many traditional weight exercises only activate 60 to 70% of muscle fibers. To do it correctly, lean your back flat against a wall and slide down until your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle, just like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart and placed about 12 inches in front of you. Your entire back, from tailbone to shoulders, should stay supported. A common mistake is keeping your feet too close to the wall, which strains the knees, or letting the knees extend past your toes, which also adds pressure on the joints. For beginners, I recommend 3 sets of 30 seconds, with 60 seconds rest between each. As your endurance improves, build up to 3 sets of 2 minutes. Yes, 2 full minutes. It may feel like forever, but that's where real strength is built. Next up, exercise 3, the isometric push-up hold. This one might surprise you. It targets your chest, shoulders, triceps, and yes, even your core and glutes, when performed properly. What makes the isometric push-up so effective is how it taps into a principle called neuromuscular stability. When you hold a difficult static position, Your nervous system has to recruit a larger number of motor units to keep everything stable. This heightened neural activity not only makes the exercise more effective, but the benefits continue even after your workout, improving balance, coordination, and strength in dynamic movements too. A fascinating study involving Olympic gymnasts found that athletes who included isometric pauses in their training had significantly better motor control and movement precision than those who only did standard reps. That translates into real-life performance across nearly every sport or physical activity. And here's something rarely talked about. Isometric push-ups also give your cardiovascular system a workout. When you hold the position, the muscle pressure restricts blood flow, forcing the heart to work harder, similar to how it would during a cardio session, but without the joint impact. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Hypertension found that regular isometric training could lower blood pressure just as effectively, or even more so, than traditional aerobic exercise. Here's how to perform it. Get into a standard push-up position with your hands placed slightly wider than shoulder width, fingers pointing forward. Your body should form a straight line from head to heels. Instead of performing reps, lower your body down until your elbows are at a 90-degree angle, and hold it. This is where the magic happens. Keep your core tight, glutes engaged, and avoid sagging at the hips. Think of your body as a solid board. One of the most common mistakes people make is letting their hips drop, which not only reduces effectiveness, but also increases the risk of lower back strain. Stay strong, stay straight, and you'll feel the burn exactly where you should. One of the biggest mistakes people make during isometric push-ups is putting unnecessary pressure on the lower back by letting their hips drop. This completely ruins your form and puts your spine at risk. Another common error is pushing the hips upward, turning the movement into a modified pike push-up that targets the shoulders more than the chest. I also often see people placing their hands either too close together or too far apart. Each variation activates different muscles, but if your goal is balance and optimal strength, your hands should be placed just slightly wider than shoulder width. For beginners, I recommend starting with 3 sets of 20 seconds. And if that's too hard, no problem. Begin on your knees and build from there. As you gain strength, challenge yourself with 3 sets of 45 to 60 seconds. Before we move on to exercise 2, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Getting access to accurate, science-backed training tips is what keeps your health and progress moving in the right direction, especially in the world of strength and muscle building. Now, let's talk about exercise 2, the isometric Superman. If the hollow body hold trains the front of your body, the Superman hold is its perfect counterpart, strengthening the entire posterior chain. This includes your spinal erectors, glutes, rear deltoids, and lower back. It's especially effective for people who spend hours sitting every day. That's why many physical therapists recommend the Superman for back pain. It works those deep stabilizer muscles in a controlled and safe way. It also helps correct posture. Ever notice how athletes carry themselves with confidence and a tall, open posture? A strong posterior chain is the reason. With regular practice, you'll notice your own posture becoming naturally more upright and strong. The correct form is simple. Lie face down on the floor, arms extended overhead, legs fully stretched out. Then, simultaneously lift your arms, chest, and legs a few inches off the floor. Keep your gaze down to avoid neck strain. One of the most common mistakes is looking forward, which adds unnecessary tension to the neck. Another is using momentum instead of activating the back muscle slowly and with control. You don't need exaggerated movement here, just enough lift to engage the correct muscles. For beginners, try 3 sets of 15 to 20 seconds. As you get stronger, aim for 3 sets of 30 to 45 seconds. A fun variation is the alternating Superman, where you raise your right arm and left leg together, then switch after each round. It's perfect for coordination and even more spinal activation. Finally, we've arrived at exercise 1, the isometric glute bridge. This isn't just about sculpting the glutes, though it does that brilliantly. It's also one of the most powerful exercises for building strength in the hamstrings, lower back, and core. Don't underestimate it. Despite being overlooked by many, strong glutes are essential for nearly every physical movement, whether you're running, jumping, or just trying to sit and stand with good posture. In fact, many knee and back problems start with weak glutes that fail to support the rest of the body properly. There's something fascinating about this exercise. It activates the glute muscles more directly than many advanced lifts. Experts often refer to a condition called gluteal amnesia, where the brain forgets how to fire the glutes properly due to prolonged sitting. The glute bridge reawakens this mind-muscle connection. It teaches your nervous system to recruit your glutes efficiently, not just during workouts, but in daily life as well. On top of that, the glute bridge enhances core and spinal stability by engaging the entire back chain, creating a solid and injury-resistant base. Top-level athletes include bridge variations in their routines, not just for aesthetics, but for performance and injury prevention. Here's how to perform it right. Lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground about hip-width apart, and arms relaxed at your sides. Drive through your heels and raise your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. The key is to focus the contraction in your glutes, not your lower back. At the top, squeeze the glutes hard and hold the position. You'll know you're doing it right if you feel a strong burn in your glutes and not strain in your back. Keep your knees in line with your hips and ankles. Don't let them cave inward. And avoid arching your lower back. Keep the motion tight and controlled. Breathe deeply and steadily. Beginners can start with 3 sets of 30 seconds, and as strength improves, work toward 3 sets of 60 to 90 seconds. For a challenge, try lifting one leg off the ground while keeping your hips elevated. This variation significantly increases the demand on the working glute and further improves balance and control. If you enjoyed these tips and want to maximize muscle building, then don't stop here. We've linked a video on screen that shows everything you need to know about boosting muscle growth even while you rest. Don't miss it. It could be the game changer your body has been waiting for. Thanks for staying with us until the end. May God bless you, my friend, and we'll see you in the next video.